I suppose my memories of the first game in Tallaght against Sligo is a game of real excitement and anticipation. It was a real new period for the club. We obviously were moving into Tallaght Stadium. We had a new manager, Michael had just taken over, and we had a lot of new players. We brought in experienced players from the League of Ireland that just won the league, and Shane Robinson came back to the club, Steve Bradley came, Ollie Cowell, so they added real quality and real experience to what was quite a young group the year previous. And then on top of that, Michael had brought in some really good players from Northern Ireland and Scotland that he knew really well, and the main one obviously being Gary Twigg, and Craig Sives came at that time as well, but he was injured. So it was a really exciting period. We were building up. We had a mixed bag kind of a pre-season, but we knew we were building up with the hope of that first game in Tallaght. And when it came to it, it was a really special day because the atmosphere was electric. The game was on RTE. We only had one stand at the time, but I'm sure they could have sold that 10 times over. But yeah, it held 3,500 that day, and I remember we get to the ground and we were going out to warm up and stuff, and the crowd, the stadium was full already. They'd got there nice and early, and they wanted to experience the whole day, but I'm sure it was a day for a lot of people had waited a long time for. So the warm up was special because you're coming out and you're feeling the energy from the crowd, and we were conscious of that. We had spoken about that, and I remember speaking about it even in the warm up, saying use this energy and give them something to be loud for, So I think we started the game really well. And I remember we had a free kick halfway line, and the ball had dropped around, and I just headed it down. I think for Twiggy to score the first goal, I think it was after 20 minutes, and the place erupted. And that was the start to Twiggy's path. You knew he was going to be special. He just on the half volley on the turn in top corner, and it set the place alight. And we were really good the first half. We had numerous chances, and the second half again, it was a little bit more of a tighter game. We looked a little bit nervous at times, especially coming towards the end of the game. But I remember Ollie going on a great run and squaring the ball for Desi, and Desi scored to make it 2-0. And it was just a sigh of relief that we thought we were just so anxious to get that first win in the stadium and get that out of the way as quick as we possibly could. And the nerves were there towards the end of the game because they scored late on and it was 2-1. But thankfully we hung on, and it was a real special day, and it was a real enjoyable period to be at the club. Unfortunately we didn't have too much success towards the end of that season, but we'd all have a lot of happy memories throughout that year, and just the opportunity to get to Tallaght and to be part of I suppose that period in the club's tour and getting to move into the stadium and finding their home was a really enjoyable time.